Breaking news right now, you are seeing Ted Cruz in a roundtable meeting with Brooklyn political leaders. He's trying to drum up support in all throughout New York State. Right now in the Big Apple, he's polling in third place. He's behind Donald Trump and John Kasich at the moment. Now, as Donald Trump continues to lead in New York, he's got over 50% of support. The establishment has to be shaking in their boots. Now, the support has come down. His gap has come down a little bit. Kasich has moved up. But what will the establishment do? And even though they don't like to be called the establishment, one anti-Trump group, Club for Growth, says they're ready to spend millions of dollars on anti-Trump ads. And now the Super PAC is preparing to shift its focus right now to the Big Apple. Joining me, the representative David McIntosh, Boris Epshteyn, a Donald Trump supporter, and Lisa Boothe, along with Lili Valletta, who is a Kasich supporter. David McIntosh, let me go to you first. I know you guys are feeling strong. I've been reading where tons, millions are pouring into your coffers. You must feel pretty good after Wisconsin. But can any amount of money, negative ads, work against Donald Trump in New York?
Look, the key for Donald Trump in New York is, can he get over 50% and make it a winner-take-all primary? If he's below 50%, that effectively is a loss for him, both momentum-wise, but also a real loss of about a third of the delegates. So it's right on the cusp. What we're going to do is take the messages that have worked everywhere else and point out to Republicans, he's not an authentic conservative. He basically will lose to Hillary Clinton in the fall. And in the end, if you really want to make sure that Trump's not the nominee, make sure you're voting for either Cruz or, in New York, Kasich, as you pointed out, is coming on and is in second place.
Boris, what do you make of that?
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. First of all, to not have an actual nominee you back, like Club for Growth, oh, vote for Kasich or Cruz, those are completely different two candidates.
Kasich Charles, let me interject. We absolutely support Ted Cruz.
I'll come right back to you, David.
Kasich is moderate. Cruz is far to the right conservative. Donald Trump supporters are supporting a candidate. They're supporting a vision. They're supporting somebody who's not a lifetime politician. They're supporting somebody who stands for something, not just defeating another candidate. And as far as Trump's concerned, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Now, going back, talking about the messages worked everywhere else, look at Alabama, look at Kentucky, look at Massachusetts, all over the country, Nevada, all over the country, that message has failed. Maybe it did well in Wisconsin, but it won't in New York and going forward.
Real quick, David.
Yeah, we have supported Ted Cruz. We think he's the authentic, genuine conservative, but not Kasich. That's exactly right.
What about in New York?
And in New York, my message is to voters, don't vote for Trump. He will lose to Hillary Clinton, and he actually doesn't stand for something. In one place, he'll say he's for his own version of government health care. In another place, he says he's against Obamacare. It changes daily. It's all about Trump, the image.
And Lili, let me go to you on this. You know, some people, Marco Rubio talked about it, even though ironically he stayed in long enough not only to lose Florida, but to deny maybe someone else beating Trump in North Carolina and Missouri. But this sort of vote for the guy who's closest to Trump to stop him. Do you buy into that as a Kasich supporter?
I don't, and at the end of the day, I want the American democracy to win, and besides who you are siding with, let people choose who they believe is the right candidate. Maybe I'm not supporting Mr. Trump today, however, he is in his playground, which is New York. So I would invest all that money, instead of negative advertising, put it in positive advertising that tells me why I need to change and vote for Cruz or vote for Kasich, instead of playing on a game that we've already seen that he's a Teflon politician. It doesn't matter what you say or what you do, he keeps winning.
He's lost big, Lisa. And, you know, listen, if Cruz can't do something here, something interesting, that whole Wisconsin thing is just a moot point.
Well, and Charles, here's what we're saying with the individuals who just spoke is the interesting dynamics of this election cycle so far. Cruz did a good job of making Wisconsin appear to be ground zero for the never Trump crowd. I mean, Wisconsin was always a mixed bag for Donald Trump. Now we're heading into New York, where he's been polling above 50%, and then the northeastern states. But here's what's so interesting about this election cycle. I mean, each candidate has a different objective here. Donald Trump is trying desperately to win the nomination outright, because if it goes to a contested convention, he's going to have a lot of trouble trying to get the nomination. And I got to just jump in here, because we know he's got to do it in New York. He's got to do well, because some of these states he didn't get these. Hey, by the way, I got to